and welcome back to another installment of Stories Behind the Dooney. Yes, you heard correctly. I am sharing my personal stories about the bags that I've collected over the years. So let's get started. I have another bag that I just been waiting to do my review on and my story. This bag came about, and let me pull out my checklist because I should have had that ready before I started my video. But I got this bag that I am going to show you in the summer of 2018. I think that's what it was. Had it been the summer of 2018? Was it the summer of 2019? So much has happened over these little short years. So let's get this going correctly. Let me pull up my notes because I like to be accurate with my information. Let's see. I acquired this bag the summer of 2019. Yes, I got this bag. This was my birthday bag. This is number 20th as far as the number Dooney that I have. So yeah, I got this. I wanted another birthday bag because the previous year I got my backpack, my Greta Murphy large backpack. And so I wanted a bag, but I had no idea what I wanted. And so my mom was like, she gonna figure it out. And it was a total surprise. When I tell you total surprise, that even still now I forget this one when I'm counting the number of totes that I have. And so I think I've been saying lately that I have 4 totes when I actually have 5 totes. And who else knows? I probably have more than that and I just forgot. But this is a very, very special bag simply because it was totally out of my focal point of even looking at it. I think I had seen it, but I didn't know how well it would work with me. And then the color was just totally different than any bag that I've ever had. So without further ado, I bring to you the Beacon Tote. Yes, this is nothing new, but it was new for me. I absolutely love this tote. The leather is smooth. And actually, I probably need to pull up the full true description of this tote because that's something that I'm realizing that I don't do very well. I just kind of give my perspective as far as what I am seeing. And I may give some tidbits about a bag, but I want to talk about this a little bit further to the point that I even forgot that there was a zipper in the front. I tell you, this bag though, when I tell you this color, I had no idea that I would really love this color. Like, I'm not necessarily a blue person. I am not necessarily that at all. But yes, European leather, ultra smooth matte finish. The tote is finished with contrasting top stitching and a gold plated logo here at the bottom. The roomy interior is lined in striped cotton and has a top zipper to keep contents secure. So, and as it says it's sleek and sophisticated, which it is. It really truly is. I like the fact that as a tote, it kind of gives you that east-west appeal because it kind of flares outward instead of going straight up. So I definitely like that part. Of course, it has feet on it. And I haven't carried this bag a lot, but the time that I did carry it, because of the way that this bag is made, there's this indentation now, and you can kind of see it in the light as it reflects. And I hate that, but it's not so bothersome You definitely can see when I turn it to the side, the indentation here. I hate that I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And there's no really great way of getting that out from being bent. But I absolutely love this tote. It is beautiful. It's nice and roomy and gorgeous. Like, I don't know if I really would have picked this out for myself. I really don't know. But the fact that my mom she just thought outside the box and it worked. So, the straps are all the same as the leather itself. The one thing that I absolutely love about this bag is that it's all one color. So the straps aren't a different color like the typical brown or tan. It's all blue. And it is well crafted. Just even looking here at this part of the bag and how it connects, it is a different type of design. And I guess that's probably the effects of the name of this particular tote. So let's go on the inside. Well, as I stated, you do have the zipper on the outside. I can throw in my cell phone, and it's great. I always love that because now we live in a time where your cell phones are big. Once upon a time, you wanted to have the smallest phone. Now you want to have the biggest cell phone. And so it does accommodate that in this bag. All right, I do have some things. I have not cleaned this bag out, and I've liked doing these videos because it allows me the opportunity to actually clean the bags out. So I probably in the recent years have started keeping my registration card in there because I never did register the bag. I don't know. I just kind of lost interest in doing it. I don't know if I really should have done that. Could somebody give me some advice about whether I should just definitely make sure. Oh, wow. This is the inside of this bag. The lovely part about this bag is, of course, what I stated earlier. It's not your typical red lining. It is blue and white. So it matches this bag perfectly, even with the trim. The trim of the slots is this leather blue. I love that part about that. And so on the other side, of course, you have your zipper and your slot, and you have the blue Dooney tag on there, label. Of course, you have your, let me turn it around, your Dooney tag, and you have your key reminder. You have your Dooney tag and all of that in there, and your number. Also with this bag, it zips up at the top. And initially I wasn't carrying it like that, but once I went and revisited this bag, I said, why wasn't I zipping this bag closed? I just don't know. But this baby is a beauty. The one thing I don't like is, of course, the arm and elbow drop is not where it needs to be, but once it gets on that shoulder, it pretty much stays there. I always say it depends on what type of clothing you have too on, and I guess it's for anything, but it does stay on for the most part. So this is that beacon tote, and I believe this was royal blue, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but this bag is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bag. One of the best birthday gifts, because this was truly a surprise. I didn't pick it out. My backpack, I said, yeah, can you get this? And of course my first Dooney, I had no clue. I had knew nothing about a Dooney, but that was also timeless. The other thing about this bag, which I guess if I carried it frequently, it has this black trim here that I guess it's just the closing of how the strap is made. I am cautious if that's gonna peel. My patent leather tote had the same thing, and it was a red lining, and it peeled, and I just went ahead and pulled it off. But this, I think, is made a whole lot better. A whole lot better. But I just hate that I have that indentation, because you can just really clearly see that there. And so I thought, well, maybe I can put some try to press it out and put the stuffing back in there, but I think that's a done deal. I really do believe, and I think it was the way that I was holding that bag that made it like that. I do have some minor scratches or scuff marks. Really, they're scuff marks, but you really can't see that too much. Really can't see that. I don't have, it's not any wear and tear because, like I said, I barely carried it and such. I do have a scuff mark. I'm always running into somebody's wall with a bag for some crazy reason. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can get that off, because that's a very defined scuff mark here. Very defined. But other than that, I love this bag. Don't you just love it? If you don't have one, they do have it on I Love Dooney, I believe it is. They are on sale, and they do have a variety of colors. I love this bag. I love this color. And it holds my peppermints pretty good. It absolutely does. So, that is it. That is my story. I am sticking to it. If you would please, please, please subscribe to my page, as well as like this video. And please look at my other videos. They are awesome as well, I would like to say. Just my perspective about my bags and just my journey in collecting them. So, you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And be on the lookout for another video. Stories Behind the Dooney.